Hey Bob, I can't believe I just turned off the camera by accident as I was trying to get focused here. I cannot believe I did that. Anyway, so you'll be on two videos. Alright, so we're going to back off on this. Okay, this is right. Alright, we're going to back off on this screw right here. About a quarter turn. And we come over here, going to do this screw. Quarter turn. And remember, this is, you have to push up on this lever because we don't have a return spring here. Obviously, I am the return spring now. So now what we got is running about 400, well, this thing is rated at 600 RPM or above, so it's hunting a little bit in terms of the RPM. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay. Yeah, just for fun, let's see if we can get down even lower in terms of the RPM. Another quarter turn on the right carburetor, the quarter turn on the right. And since it's not rated to get that low in terms of an RPM on the meter here, it's going to be hunting. It's 600 is supposedly its base, so we're running 600 or below in terms of an RPM, which gives you an idea how good the carburetor machine work is. But that's a little low, so let's bounce it up to about 700, 800, and we're going to do that again by screwing in these a little bit at a time, quarter turn at a time. Quarter turn at a time. Okay, that's on the times 10 scale, so that's running bouncing all over the place. I wish I had my old analog RPM meter. It broke yesterday or a couple days ago. Anyway, so I'm gonna adjust these where I think it should be. They should be adjusted in terms of the sound, and then we're gonna check with our flow meter, see how we did. All right, well, how about that? Back to 5 3/4. Yeah, about 5.5. Come over here, do the same thing over here. And you can see just by eyeballing or listening to it, we got pretty darn close. That was about 5.5. Okay, so these are synchronized. And our RPM is just bouncing all over the place. You know, so much for digital technology. Alright. Just have to do whatever you think sounds best, or maybe you got a better RPMs reading, or better tack than I have. You can use the tack on the car, they're just they're not always terribly accurate. So now that we've got our carburetor synced, we've got our idle mixture screw adjusted properly. I'm stunned at my brand new high-tech tachometer. It's just all over the place. Alright, now that you've gotten everything synchronized and the car's running, the idling nicely, the mixture is doing nicely, your next job is to adjust your remaining throttle rod so that when you pop it in place, nothing changes. All the other throttle rods, I'll give you instructions on them and how they, what their measurements would be. That's cast in stone by the factory tech literature I'll get you. But this last one is a turnbuckle, and what you're going to do is adjust it until you can just take it and I'm trying to get this in focus. I have no idea what's in focus. I guess that's in focus. It's close enough. What you're going to do is you want to take it to where you want to adjust your linkage so where you pop this last ball in place, nothing changes. And there it changed, so you can see how sensitive this thing is. So I've got to readjust the ball. There, nothing changed. That's what we're looking for. And now it's time to have fun. You can see how nicely the carburetors respond. Now we can turn off and do a hot start. Alright. Another thing we're going to look for. Takes an awful lot of work to make these where they do not leak or drip when they're not supposed to. It's dry in there. After all this time running, it's dry in there. We have no leaks underneath there. You have a little patina of moisture on there. I'm going to check all the screws, but you notice we have all factory gaskets. You can tell because they're red. Same with the gasket in there, it's red. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, Bob, thank you for your patience. These are a great running set of carburetors, and I think you will be very pleased.